I'm back. So, plans changed. I didn't go to the pool. I actually ended up going to a lake at one of the state parks near me. It was hot. It was a mess. Anyways, we're going to talk about my homeschool, why I went to homeschool from public school. So yeah, so basically I have always had really bad social anxiety. I know, it's like, I mean, no one can ever like tell, I guess. A lot of people don't believe me. Like, okay. I wish it wasn't real either, but here we are. Yeah, I've had social anxiety. It's mostly related to school. I have no idea, like, why. I had really awesome people all around me most of the time. It is school, so everyone gets wrapped up in a little bit of something at some point. But my anxiety has been a very huge factor of my life. I am currently trying to find a way to fight it, deal with it. I don't know how to handle it still. And it got to the point to where I was like physically getting sick because of how bad my anxiety was. In 8th grade, I actually moved schools from a school I had been at since baby years. I moved my 8th grade year to a more advanced, less redneck. The people were really nice. It was just so fast-paced than I was used to. It was a city school. I was used to county schools. And believe it or not, there is a big difference. I didn't think that there was going to be much of a difference, but there was. And it was way too much. The school that I went to was on a college campus, and they were actually year-round. So my mom, without telling me, thanks Mom, put me into a thing that they had called, I don't remember what it was called, but basically a couple people would get drawn out of whatever they drew names out of, I guess, I don't know. And those people would get to go to that school without paying tuition. And the tuition at that school was a whole lot. And of course, I got chosen. My brother actually wanted to go to the school, not me. So I was like, is there any way we can like switch it out to where he can go instead of me? But my mom was like, you need to go, it'll be good for you to meet new people, yada yada yada, because at the time she thought that I was just tired of everyone at that school, which wasn't wrong, but it wasn't what was making me sick. I got to this school and everything got 50 times worse. That was one of the worst experiences I've had. Not because the school was bad, but just because my anxiety and everything was new so fast. I started school in July, so I got a month of my summer cut short out of nowhere. So I ended up staying there for one semester, and then I went back to my old school. After I got to my old school, I finished out the year there, lost a whole lot of friends. I don't know why, but when I came back, like, everyone treated me different. I was basically like a new girl that no one, except for a few, would like try to engage with. I still don't know. I still don't know why that happened. But I did lose a lot of friends from that switch. So after that, I did not want to go to the county high school. It was just not for me. I had been to orientation. I knew people that went there, yada yada yada, but it just wasn't for me. So I went to the city school, and I loved, my first year there was amazing. It was a really good year. So my freshman year in high school was awesome. Sophomore year, a lot of things started happening. I guess I was getting older, the kids around me were getting older and becoming themselves, which, no words. I did have a lot of people that I hung out with. I don't know if I would consider them friends, but I did hang out with a lot of people. I knew a lot of people. It was a good time. But when it comes down to it, maybe 2 people out of a lot of people lasted. I don't keep up with anyone from that high school, like, all the time. I do talk to about 2 people from there still, and they are so wonderful. I love them so much. We just don't talk as much, which is fine. Everyone's grown up a little bit. I'm way busier now. They've got other friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, life. But basically what happened, junior year, I went to school, and it was like my 8th grade move experience all over again. I'm not sure what happened, but let me just do homeschool. So my mom researched, I researched a whole lot of different homeschools, and we found this one that I didn't really know what to look for, what to go towards and what to go against. My mom did. So my mom ended up picking James Madison High School. And I did my junior year and my senior year online, on my own. Parents didn't help me. I got a little bit of help from the teachers, but I mostly did it by myself. I ended up doing my junior and senior year both in 9 months. Before homeschool, I was like really struggling in school. I didn't have bad grades, but everything was so stressful. I was constantly on it. That's probably how it's supposed to be, so don't come at me. But it was just really awful, in my opinion. Everybody kind of had their cliques before high school, so I was kind of just like that one awkward girl that stood in with everyone else, that just like, laughed at the jokes. I was kind of like the background noise for the TV shows, like the people in the background that just laugh, and that was me. So it was really hard going through high school without, a group. Everybody already had their groups. There was nothing I could really do about it. They just weren't very inviting, especially the girls. The girls at my school, the ones that I have come across, weren't pleasant to people outside of their group. So it was their group, everyone else was just there. They didn't ever try to include anyone new, anything, yada yada yada. And I know that's not their job, but it would have been nice. I just want to add in that even if you are having the time of your life, you have everything you've ever wanted, you have all these great friends, and you're all just so close, and you all love each other so much, and you have support system, you have friends, family, money. Not everyone does. And I can say this from personal experience that lending out a hand and making someone's day, it literally takes 20 seconds, if that, to give them a compliment, make their day. You could potentially give them hope again to whatever they might be missing. If you have love to give to a group of friends, you can spare a little bit to someone you don't know that is by themselves, or, you know, you never see talking to anyone, you never see being included. Just introduce yourself. You don't have to talk to them every day. If everyone did that at least once a day, maybe that one person that needs it can hear it a couple times a day. And I know if that happened to me, a lot would be different. I wouldn't be who I am today if the things that happened to me didn't happen, and I wouldn't take it back. But not everyone can handle it for a long time. So potentially saving a life, it's gotta be worth it. But yeah, so I went to homeschooling because I did not feel included. I was kind of looked past. This has kind of been my whole life. But I'm here, and I made it. So nothing bad has come out of this at all. I'm doing really good. So, and I'm happy. Thank you guys for watching. I will be posting again next Monday. So my day's gonna be on Monday to post. If you guys have any suggestions, leave them down below in the comments. Much appreciated. My mind is scattered. I don't know what to talk about all the time. Speaking of comments, apparently my last video was confusing. I don't really know how. I saw there were a couple comments that said that I was confusing. I would get better, which, thank you for the positivity after the confusion comment. If you guys could let me know how I was confusing so I can stop. If it was just my little goofy intro, I was just being goofy. That's just me. So, I guess I'm confusing. It happens to the best of us. Alright, you guys have an awesome week this week. I will be back. Why does this always happen when I'm doing my outro? I can't talk. I will be back next week. You guys stay smiling, stay happy. Thanks for watching.